This is the 6 Sports Desk.
The Detroit Tigers, man, let me tell you, they've been horrible lately. They are on a 6-game losing streak coming into today's doubleheader and haven't scored a run in 2 games. So double duty against the Oakland Athletics is a good way to wake up this Tigers offense. The Tigers were the away team of the first game of the doubleheader thanks to the league lockout, making some schedule changes. But Tarek Skubal was feeling right at home on the mound, getting Chad Pinder to strike out in the bottom of the first. Skubal struck out 5 batters through 7 innings of work. Then at the top of the 5th, with the bases loaded, Derek Hill pops up to dead center for the sacrifice fly ball. That'll bring Jonathan Schoop home from third, and the Tigers score their first run in 28 innings of baseball. That run breaking the dam for the Tigers hitters, who scored 2 in the 5th. Then in the 6th, it's Schoop who crushes this ball 407 feet for the spherical souvenir. Schoop's second home run of the season, as the Tigers were going to win Game 1 6-0, but then had another lackluster performance in Game 2, losing 4-1. Sticking with pro baseball, the Lansing Lugnuts had a special event this morning at 11 a.m. first pitch for their game against the Dayton Dragons, and it's all part of the Grand Slam School Day, which brings kids from all over mid-Michigan to the game to enjoy some baseball. A couple of young Lucky's fans excited to take in a great game, and there was a lot of fun to be had, and prizes were being thrown into the stands. The Lugnuts were down early, but fought back with an RBI single from Brett Harris. In the bottom of the 5th inning, Patrick McCall scores, but Uribiel Angeles got greedy and is thrown out at home. More damage from the Dragons came at the top of the 6th. J.V. Martinez gets an RBI single off an error, bringing Alan Curta home from third. The Luggies will make it a close one, but in the bottom of the 7th, that's Lawrence Butler up at the plate. He singles to right, bringing home Marty Bacchina with the RBI single, but the Dragons were able to hold off the comeback, beating the Lugnuts 5-4. On the college diamond, tomorrow is the Big Ten softball tournament that's going to happen right here in mid-Michigan. The Michigan State is hosting this year's tournament, and the Spartans will play Maryland tomorrow night at 7 p.m. We're going to have full coverage of that, as well as this Michigan State baseball team who's on the road tonight looking to get another big win over Notre Dame. The only problem is that the Fighting Irish remember losing to MSU when they played a couple of weeks ago at Comerica Park, and the Irish got payback in a big way. Some early bombs over the left field wall set the tone as the Irish would go on to win it 15-6, the final. In college golf, the Michigan State women's golf team finished its second round of the NCAA Tournament Regionals this afternoon. The Spartans came into today's round in 5th place and still need to be one of the top 4 teams to advance to the championships. And this stellar lineup is capable of making that happen. Let's take a look at the team leaderboard. So far, the Baylor Bears lead everyone by 1 over. And then there's Michigan State just 1 shot shy of being one of the top 4 teams, which will advance. Wednesday's final round will be the last chance for the Spartans to make up that ground, and we'll have full updates for you tomorrow on 6 News at 6 and at 11. We have updated information on the shooting death of former Michigan State basketball star Adrian Payne. The suspect, Lawrence Doherty, is said to have shot Payne when the two got into an argument after Payne and his girlfriend came over to break up a domestic dispute. Doherty is being held without bond. Last night, Draymond Green, who was Payne's roommate at Michigan State, wrote on his shoes, "Long live 5," the jersey number Payne wore while at MSU. Draymond then had an Adrian Payne-like performance in the final minutes of the Golden State Warriors game against the Memphis Grizzlies with a key block to seal the Game 4 win in the Western Conference semifinals. Draymond said that he and his wife Hazel will donate $100,000 to a fund in Adrian's name, and he then got on its podcast and shared some more thoughts on the passing of one of his closest friends.
Adrian was harmless. He was an incredible person. He cared about people more than he cared about himself. And when I say harmless, he lost his life going to help someone. Adrian arrived to help a friend that was dealing with a domestic dispute. When Adrian arrived to help, he was tragically shot. To my brother, I love you. Until we meet again.
And we'll be right back with a final look at your forecast, so stay with us.
This is 6 News Now, here for you 24 hours a day, online at WLNS.com.
Students here in Lansing is making their voices heard when it comes to the upcoming Roe versus Wade decision. Today, that meant walking out during the middle of the school day. 6 News reporter Luke Snyder was at that rally. He's here.
Sounds of car horns and cheers from more than 100 students filled the front sidewalks of Eastern High School today. It was part of a planned walkout from class to show support for a woman's right to choose to have an abortion. Many chanted as they held signs high above their heads. Senior Cameron Smith helped organize the rally. Smith felt the need to do something after hearing last week's leak that the Supreme Court would overturn Roe v. Wade.
As somebody who stands up for women's rights and somebody who's a part of the LGBT community, having to fight for rights over and over again, it kind of gets ridiculous, especially as a free country. It's kind of getting tiring having to bring up the same stuff over and over and over again. We've been through this once, hence why we have Roe v. Wade, so why are we trying to overturn it?
Other students like Mary DeFries say they wanted to make sure the voices of the younger generation were heard.
I think it's just really important that every woman in their extremely unique circumstances has the right to be able to decide what they want to do with their body.
The school was aware this was happening, and staffers were outside making sure everything was under control. Smith says seeing so many students participate was surprising.
It means a lot that they're all out here showing their support and listening and not doing too much. They're protesting and having a good time and trying to show their opinions and that they are the future and that this is their voice and they have a voice and we have that right to protest peacefully.
Here for you in Lansing, Luke Snyder, 6 News.
Right to Life of Michigan issued a response to the students' pro-choice protest. The group says it supports the right to peacefully protest, just like its supporters have been protesting abortion for the last 49 years. It adds that it hopes abortion supporters will respect the safety and property of those who disagree with them, including pro-life counter-protesters.
Introducing our new redesigned 6 News mobile app. Our new app features a sleek, modern design, an easy-to-navigate home screen with quick access to local news content, and a localized weather forecast. Subscribing to notifications is easier, and with one tap, you have access to recent push notifications. There are more ways to watch and find video, and a red light alert badge notifies you when we're streaming. Download or update our
Well, tomorrow, another gorgeous day on tap.
Yes. A little grilling out tomorrow, maybe?
Sounds good.
Should be a good day for that. Chef David's got his grill open. It's hot dogs and hamburgers.
All right.
Mostly
Take
cloudy.
mine medium, please, medium.
There we go.
You got it, Nick.
Medium rare.
Medium rare. I'm a medium guy myself.
All right, all right.
Partly cloudy, 83 for whatever kind of burger or hot dog you want. Some people like the hot dogs really charred. I'm not into that. You know, just a little well done there.
That's okay. A lot of mustard. It'll cure all but everything.
There we go.
Yep.
I like it. All right. I hope you grill out tomorrow and watch 6 News at 6. See you then.